Action.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ela. I do this a lot when I wash my hands, of course.
Describe Ela in one word. Loud.
Very funny and also very dramatic.
Caring.
Energetic.
She's adorable. She's brilliant. She's funny. She's
Energetic.
Besties.
Silly.
Bubbly.
Energetic or bubbly.
Relentless.
No one's falling in the wind.
Just enjoying our presence in class, like Zane, Ela, and I just talking to each other, and then still still getting amazing grades, although we were talking the whole year.
When we almost died, getting hit by an ambulance, walking across the street, and then laughing about telling our legs to turn it up afterwards.
In the 5th grade, in front of the whole school, she played a Taylor Swift song on the piano and sang it, and it was one of the most beautiful moments that I can remember.
We were walking in Dumbo, and I wasn't wearing shoes, just a random strange one.
We had a couple really late nights in her backyard where we'd sit on her patio and have like our ample friends over. It just felt like the safest, happiest place in the world.
It was Prospect Park North. We were walking and we were listening to Bob Dylan, and then we got pizza, and I was wearing sweatpants, and it was so much fun.
We went thrift shopping with Mabel and Madison, and we went to Dig and Save and then Pick and Save, but like at the thrift store we found a bunch of like kids shirts, and Madison was like, oh my god, crop tops on Depop, and then we found that one basketball shirt, or 2 words, short king.
I think a photo is really worth 1,000 words in this case, so here's a picture of a memory.
One of the ones that will go down in history is when she and I were in the Union, and we really wanted to sit in this like room that was locked, and it was a mystery, so we went and found a staff member. They called 2 building managers, and we were just dying laughing because we didn't expect it to be such an operation. Ela was just the perfect person to experience that with because she made it so funny and just something so small into something so hilarious.
Probably theater class. That was a good time with Colin and Peter, and we were in that one scene together. That might have been for the actual play, but we were sitting in a subway car, and remember I pulled off the wrong chair or something onto the stage, and it was funny. Yeah.
One of my first memories of Ela was when I gave her her first bottle. So I wasn't even like 2.5, but I remember we went downstairs and there was this tiny adorable baby wrapped in a blanket, and she just made me feel so important, and I just wanted to help take care of her. And I was very excited that like this was my sister and I was going to get to know her.
We would drive in my family minivan, and we would drive all over Brooklyn. We would drive to Fort Greene and Red Hook and around Park Slope, and we would always drive down Prospect Park West, and we would always blast our favorite songs, and it was almost always Leaked by Lil TJ or Landslide by the Dixie Chicks, that cover.
Ela and Posy and I are on the subway. Ela must be about 4 or 5, and we're having a conversation about the birds and the bees. You know, where do babies come from? She says, well, I know how they get into mommy's tummy. How do they come out? So I told her how she came out. Your mom had a cesarean section, and the doctor cut a slit in your mommy's tummy, took out Posy, and then a few years later took out Ela, sewed mommy up, and everybody was very happy. But then I made a mistake, and I said, but your daddy came out a different way. What? How did that happen? Yes, I said, explained he came out through my vagina. At which point Hila, at the top of her lungs in a rather crowded subway car, goes, "The vagina? I don't believe it."
Her hand in the palm of my hand makes me feel
If Hila had her own podcast, it would definitely be something about coffee, Hila beans, something coffee related.
I think it would be called something like Investigating with the Bean, or like The Breakdown, something that sounds very, very serious. And I think it would be her telling stories in a very investigative and serious way, but all of the stories and things that she investigates would be hilarious, because she is very good at telling stories and making them very funny.
Are you even listening to me with Hila Schrecker?
I think it would be called Your Feelings Are Valid.
It would be called You Have to Set Boundaries.
When she does have a podcast someday, which I expect she will, I think that maybe one might be called Coffee with the Bean.
Apropos of Nothing with Hila Schrecker, or Let's Circle Back with Hila Schrecker.
What I did today, and it would just be her talking about her day in extreme detail for an hour a day, and it would come out every single day.
That's easy. When she was a little girl, she wanted to be a teacher. And in fact, one Christmas, I think, demanded that she be given a whiteboard so she could conduct her classes. I was always the student and she was always the teacher.
I could see Hila owning her own coffee shop,
Having her own podcast, maybe traveling the world, stressed and anxious about something.
I was just a bad student, and the thing she did all the time was yell at me and discipline me.
No physical violence?
No, she wasn't that into that, but verbal, yes.
Running around, traveling the world, being super successful, whatever she does.
I think maybe she would be at like the SNL Weekend Update desk, or be one of the first women to have one of the late night comedy news shows.
Well, I think top flight journalist. I can see her interviewing, I can see her TV journalism, radio journalism, and I can see her in the Congress as well.
Yeah, maybe she can be chief of police. That would be kind of...
In 10 years, I see Hila doing anything she puts her mind to.
in the wind. I see many.
One of my favorite things that you used to say a lot, I don't know if you still say that much, but you used to always go apropos of nothing.
I really enjoy Hila's use of the word shenanigans.
One of my favorite things that Hila does is she just like puts her head down on the table out of nowhere with no warning, and she'll do it in public places with people nearby.
When she's stressed and she's just like, oh boy, or something along those lines that just is adorable.
The main thing I remember Hila for is her laugh. I love her laugh so much.
Hila says, "Are you going somewhere?" Also, that word that you use for rainy or like kind of bleh day, I can't remember. He was like gurgly. I don't know.
Describe a time where you felt grateful for Hila. I'm always grateful for Hila.
I'm always grateful. Literally always.
I'm always grateful for Hila.
I always feel grateful for Hila.
I felt super grateful for Hila every single day of my entire... Last year, Hila and I took a film class together, and I was just really grateful to like be able to learn alongside her and and appreciate our professor together.
The moments where I wasn't paying attention in class, I know I can always count on the fact that she knows the assignment better than the teacher.
Hila, they said, is very good at making people laugh. So a lot of the time this summer, which was when we were quarantined during COVID, which was obviously kind of hard, Hila would make me laugh constantly. There were a few times where I would walk into the bathroom that we share, and she would just be doing something so funny that we would crack up to the point that we would wake up our parents a floor below.
Every time she gives me advice, and I just feel like we have a very telepathical, if that's a word, connection sometimes, which I don't have with a lot of people, and I'm very grateful for that.
When we were at Sweet Home, Wisconsin, and I had Brenna with me, and she just like was asking Brenna a bunch of questions about college and was super nice and like welcoming and like made Brenna feel part of our group.
I feel grateful for Hila every time I'm with her because she makes me feel so supported as a friend, and she always makes me smile.
I miss our talks and our chats and our little lunch breaks together.
I know whenever I text her, she'll tell me whatever I'm feeling is valid, and that's something that I think I've learned from her and I've taken from her, and I'm always so appreciative for.
She's always there to talk, and she's such an incredible energy about her, which is very unlike anyone else.
When we were away for the weekend, we forgot her sister's suitcase, and we were going to go to a swimming pool, and the little town where we were had no swimming swimsuits. Hila gave her sister her swimsuit to wear, and just we got a tank top. Hila wore a tank top and some shorts. She knew how important it was to her sister to wear a swimsuit. And Hila just immediately said, of course, just wear mine. Hila was probably only about 7 years old at the time.
If Hila were a coffee beverage, what would she be? Pumpkin spice latte.
I think she'd be like a peppermint mocha or something really fun that you can't like not be happy when you're drinking.
This is going to be at a place like La Colombe in New York, and it is going to be a place where people get online, and I have no problem being online because the coffee is so worth the wait.
Small iced cold brew with almond milk.
She would be the Smith Starbucks oat milk chai, even though I don't think Starbucks was oat milk. She would definitely be from La Colombe, and she would maybe be the sweet foam cold brew. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I would say that, or like something caramelly.
A tall cold brew with a dash of almond milk, and it would be enjoyed slowly and would be savored. Every moment would be savored.
I hear many beautiful songs, but
if I got a call that Hila had been arrested, I think it's probably she would have been some act of civil disobedience or political protest. And I think that would make me so proud of her, as I am already and always will be.
It would probably be because she punched someone in the face for not wearing a mask in Memorial Union.
If Hila got arrested, it would definitely be something about public nudity.
I think it'd probably be for doing something that she didn't intend to do illegally, but it ended up being illegal.
I feel like she might have trespassed like on a walk. She would have gone on a really, really long walk and accidentally ended up in like someone's private property, and they would have gotten really mad and called the cops on her, but she'd talk her way out of the situation.
Accidentally stealing from a store or something, or like being an avid protester.
Either breaking and entering or public urination.
I am who I say I am. Hold it closer.
Believe in yourself more because you were so amazing and smart and beautiful and kind and analytical and funny occasionally.
Stop worrying. Life is going to happen, and all the mistakes and imperfections that happen with life is natural. And your time will come, but you have to enjoy every moment. Before your time comes, while your time is here, and even after, just enjoy it.
I have no words of wisdom for you for the future, because I know you're just because you're amazing.
Never stop laughing. I mean, obviously you know that, but never stop because it brings everybody around you joy. I'm sitting in my room watching TikTok sometimes. I hear you laughing outside, and I'm just like automatically inclined to come outside and see what's going on.
Well, I'd give Hila the same advice that my father gave me. Don't stick peas up your nose.
Read lots of books and hang out with me a lot and listen to lots of good music and just prioritize your health and your happiness and put yourself out there. Oh my god, wow, this is terrible words.
You know this, but any situation you come across that feels like the world is gonna end and you'll never figure it out, you have to remember that you always figure it out and that you're so adaptive and you are equipped with everything you need inside yourself.
Wise words as she enters the next phase of her life. I think the main thing she has to realize is that she's almost through her teens. And the teens are really they're tough. They're tough. Not many people come through without scars. The 20s, actually, in my case, were awful, but that's another story.
You mean it only gets worse from here?
No, and then it gets better. And by the time you've reached a ripe old age, things can be wonderful if only there wasn't the coronavirus and a still Republican Senate.
I love you, sweetie. Happy 19th birthday.
Happy birthday, Eli. I hope you have a great day. I love you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ela.
I hope you have a really good birthday, Ela. And I'm so happy I get to live with you this year and next year.
And Ela, I hope you have an amazing birthday, and we love you so much.
Happy birthday, Eli. I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you, and I hope you have the best birthday.
Happy birthday, Ela. I love you.
Happy birthday, Ela. I love you so much, and I can't wait to see everything you do in this next year. Mwah.
Happy birthday. I love you so much. This is going to be a great year for you, and I hope to see you soon.
I love you so much. You're one of my favorite people in the world, and this is something that will never fade. Happy birthday.
So happy birthday, Ela. Hope 19's great. I love you.
Happy birthday, Ela. I love you so much.
Thank you and goodbye. And we love you so much, Ela. Have a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
You and right in here.
Yeah, sing it.
I need to go here because that way I can sing better.
Okay.
I go.
Yep, sing.
I need to do it like this.
No, you're too close. You're right here.
I need to go here.
Okay.
Tiny.
Yeah, go ahead.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy in skies are gray. And I know you so much I love you. Even day I spend time away.
Okay, let's see how it came out.